What's up, everybody, and welcome down to the Matcave. A little while back, I started my journey of playing through the world of Final Fantasy VII for the first time. And if there's one thing I learned about that series, it's that your decisions matter. Any decisions you make in the game can actually impact what happens later on in those games. And I think that is absolutely amazing. So during my journey, I played through the original Final Fantasy VII. I played through Crisis Core Reunion. I watched Advent Children. I played 7 Remake, and I recently finished Rebirth. And now I await the third entry in that Remake series, and I can't wait for it. But one of the things I learned from all of you, the fans out there of Final Fantasy, you taught me that the decisions matter. And there are multiple scenes throughout these games where, depending on what I did, I got a certain result. And there's these moments where Cloud goes on, basically, it could be a date with one of the characters, or it could just be a scene where two characters have a moment together and they talk about what has been going on. And my decisions seem to kind of bring me towards Aerith most of the time. In fact, if I remember correctly, I think all of those sequences I ended up with Aerith. But there are other sequences that happen based on your decisions. So what we're going to do today is we're going to take a look at those alternate scenes so I can see what would have happened if I made different decisions. We're going to start with Final Fantasy VII Remake, and this was a moment that took place in Chapter 14, very late in the game, and there were alternate sequences that would have happened with Tifa and Barret. So let's take a look at it together. Okay, first up, we're going to take a look at the scene that would have taken place during Chapter 14 with Tifa. If I understand correctly, if earlier in the game, if I would have declined the flower, I think, from Aerith, or maybe just asked how much rather than just accepting it as a gift, I believe that would have led to this sequence. And then I think there's another moment with Aerith somewhere along the line that I would take an alternate path, and then eventually I would not meet up with Aerith here in Chapter 14. Instead, I meet up with Tifa. So we're going to take a look and see what would have happened here. Again, this is late in the game. Chapter 14 is, wow, we're deep in the game, actually really close to the end. So let's see what happened here. The characters have been through so much, and I'm really curious to see Tifa's reaction to everything. This game gets really intense, so let's take a look at it together. All right, there she is.
No. You too?
I heard footsteps.
They're back at Aerith's mother's house.
Sorry, didn't mean to wake you.
I'm a light sleeper. It's a soldier thing.
That flower you gave me the other night, that was from Aerith, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. She doesn't still have it, right?
I knew there was something weird going on.
I think that got left at the
You
bar.
buying flowers?
That theme song.
They symbolize reunion, believe it or not. I was curious, so I looked it up. I tried to keep it alive as long as I could. But now, it's dead and buried.
Yeah, it was back at the bar.
Like the bar. Our home. And everything else.
Oh, man. Everything hit Tifa so hard.
They took everything from us. Again.
She keeps losing everyone and everything. Come on, Cloud. You gotta comfort her, man. I mean, by this point, she's lost her father. She lost all those other members of Avalanche. Her hometown got burned to the ground. She keeps losing everyone.
Cloud. Cloud, you're hurting me.
Oh, easy, Cloud.
It's stupid. I know that crying's a waste of time.
That's not true.
Thank you.
That's a nice shot right there. Okay, so that moment's actually a really, really nice moment between Cloud and Tifa. They have so much history with each other. They knew each other when they were a lot younger, but this is, you know, we were basically towards the end of the game, and at this point, everything was just coming crashing down, and all the pressure that Tifa was dealing with, it finally got to her, and she's just breaking at that point. She has lost so much by that point in the game. And man, she's at a breaking point right there. What a really well done scene. I wonder how everything else would have gone if that's the scene I would have got. I don't know if there was any further changes yet after that point, but very interesting getting to see that interaction between Cloud and Tifa. She's hurting. She's been through a lot. Next up, we are going to take a look at a scene that would have taken place between Cloud and Barret. Now, if I understand correctly, to get this scene, I believe the stipulation is don't do any of the side quests during certain chapters of the game. There are a couple of chapters throughout the game where it's just full of side quests, and when I was doing my playthrough, I was doing these side quests. We were getting tons of missions done, getting all this XP and leveling up along the way during those live streams, so I ended up getting the Aerith scene based on the choices I made. But apparently, if you just keep pushing and don't do the extra quests, you end up with this scene with Barret, if I understand it correctly. So let's take a look at this scene together and see what Barret has to say to Cloud. These two, they didn't really get along all that much, but as you start to work your way later in the game, Barret warms up to Cloud, Cloud warms up to Barret, so their relationship becomes a lot better. There starts to build an actual friendship, so very curious to see how this plays outside of Aerith's mom's house here when they were staying there that night. Let's take a look at it together. All right, there's Barret.
You should rest up while you can.
Likewise.
Nah, I'm good. Real good.
He's hurting too, man. He's been through so much.
Besides, when I close my eyes, I start thinking about things. About people. Like Finn. Lazy little punk. Kid would do damn near anything, except what you told him. But ask him to paint you a picture, and boy howdy. Those stamps in the tunnels?
Stamp the
Finn's
dog.
work. Every one. Then there's Al, intel guy. He had these tricks for stealing codes I still don't understand.
This is awesome. We're learning about
Stole
like
his
other
share of
Avalanche
hearts,
members.
too. But when it came to the ladies, he just had the one trick. Bouquet of flowers hidden behind his back. Funny to think, some of them might have even come from here.
Maybe.
He pulled a flower trick on Tifa once, believe it or not. She told him where to stick them.
That got Cloud's attention.
Our quartermaster Nellie had a good laugh at that. She was tight with Jessie. People sometimes took them for sisters even. They'd say no way and get upset, but then they'd start giggling and, you know. Yeah, they'll all be fine.
See, is as tough as he
They're
comes
strong.
off, man.
They're tough.
Barrett's got
Like
a heart.
me.
This shows it. He tries to stay tough
After
for
we
everybody,
save Aerith,
but
I'll introduce you to them.
he's definitely got a heart. This guy's a cool character.
Sounds good.
Huh. Never thought I'd feel better after talking with your hard-boiled ass.
Think you can sleep now?
Oh yeah, like a baby.
All right, so that was actually a really cool scene between Cloud and Barret. Barret warming up to Cloud and really just opening up and letting Cloud get a sense of what, you know, Barret's feeling, what he's going through. He's another character that lost so much along the way, and what Shinra did to everybody in this group, along with just all of the citizens throughout Midgar, it's just insane what they all had to endure. And Barret, you know, he's trying to protect everybody, but at the same time, you know, he's hurting. He's feeling the stress, he's feeling the pressure, but he's got that personality that he's always going to stay strong for everybody, and he doesn't want to show anyone what he would consider weakness. He doesn't want to show any cracks. He doesn't want to show that there are things impacting him that maybe he can't really handle on his own. He doesn't want to admit to that, and I get it. It's totally understandable. The fact that he opens up there, though, with Cloud is huge. Like, I feel like he would be more inclined to open up to, like, Tifa and people he's known for a lot longer. We got to keep in mind, Cloud, at the start of all this, he was a hired hand. He was a hired mercenary that Avalanche hired to help them with the mission initially in the beginning of the game. But as they've grown closer and learned more about each other, Barret started opening up to Cloud. He gave him such a hard time very early on in the game, and it does start to, you know, he removes some of the pressure along the way, but he still is always giving him a little bit of a hard time. You can even see it right there at the end of that sequence. But what a really good scene between the two of those characters. Not to say that it's not an important scene, but I would say it's the least important scene to the story. It makes a lot more sense to have Cloud interact with either Tifa or Aerith. Now, just for comparison, let's take a look again at the scene with Aerith, which is the one that I got during the story. Now, I do gotta say, spoiler alert, huge spoiler alert here in case you have not played these Final Fantasy VII games, and if you don't want to know a major moment that happens in this game, then you're going to want to click away from this video right here. But if you don't care about spoilers, or you already know what happens, then we're going to continue on. So here we go, that is your spoiler warning. The scene coming up with Aerith being so late in the game, Cloud starts to question whether or not it's reality, because at this point in the game, things have happened and Aerith is not with us at that point. So we're going to take a look at the scene that we saw during my gameplay of Final Fantasy VII Remake. And it's been a while since I've watched this scene, so this is going to refresh my memory on the whole thing as well, because I played this at this point so long ago. But it's going to be nice to see this one again. So let's take a look at it together. Cloud and Aerith in Chapter 14 of Final Fantasy VII Remake.
How is this?
Is
this a dream?
Maybe. You tell me.
You okay?
She's always a little cryptic.
Don't I look it? I used to live in the Shinra building, back when I was really little.
Your mom told us.
Right. So it kind of feels like I've gone back to my childhood home, you know? Honestly, it's not that bad.
So what? You want to stay?
Come on, Cloud. Don't be silly.
Your mom's really worried too.
Two? So you're worried about me?
Of course I am.
I'm sorry about that. Really.
I still don't know whether or not this is a dream sequence or
that...
she's somehow projecting herself. Based on what I saw happen in Rebirth, I feel like this might actually be happening.
Everyone dies eventually.
I suppose.
So we need to make the most of the time we have. To live our lives the way we want to live. Every minute, every moment matters.
I'll remember that.
Good. So...
You need to embrace this moment. Right?
I'm glad I met you, Cloud. I really am. I'm grateful for all the words we've shared, for all the moments and the memories. You've made me more happy than you know. And I'll always cherish what you've given me. But whatever happens, you can't fall in love with me.
Oh, interesting. Forgot about that.
Even if you think you have, it's not real.
See, that's what... She knows so much more than she lets on to the other characters.
Do I have a say in all this?
Oh, I think she knows
It's
that he's got
almost morning.
Zack's memories.
Time to go.
I'm coming for you.
If that's what you want. Thank you.
Okay, the end of that sequence makes it seem like it was a dream, but I think Aerith has a way of projecting herself either while you're conscious or in your subconscious while you're sleeping. And so, yeah, I guess technically it is a dream sequence, but throughout the game, Aerith drops little hints that she knows a lot more about what's going on than she lets the characters know. She's like a Jedi. She has like this sense of everything going on. Like she can see the alternate timeline. She understands what's going on. I feel like she can see the past, the present, and the future, like all at the same time. That's just my take on it. That's what I feel like is happening with her. But her telling him not to fall in love with her, I think she's very well aware that that Cloud is experiencing Zack's memories. That connection between those two characters it's a crazy thing that goes on, and we get so much more of it as we get into Rebirth. The way Aerith tries to guide Cloud, because she knows what's happening and she knows what will happen. She's trying to get him to take a certain path, I think, but at the same time, like, not forcing his hand. So it's a very strange interaction that happens there. And yes, it seems to be left off as a dream sequence, but I think it actually happened. I think that was a real interaction that had happened between the two of them. I think Aerith has that ability somehow. How that's possible and what is the source, I'm not sure. I know she is pretty much like, well, she's like the last ancient, right? So she's got abilities, she has powers that maybe I'm not fully aware of. I'm sure there is so much more lore that goes into those ancients and what they can do, but I'm just not kind of up to that. I'm not fully aware of it, being still very new to the franchise overall of Final Fantasy. But I really like that sequence. I think that one is my favorite one. If I was to rank these, I would say the Aerith one is the best one. Tifa coming in as a very close second, and then in third place, the scene with Barret. So I love that this game has choices, and I love that there are consequences and different resolutions that happen based on your choices as the player. It's a really cool way to keep you engaged with the game and gives a lot of replay value. So really well done in Final Fantasy VII Remake. I love it. Absolutely love it. In the next video, we are going to take a look at the alternate scenes that happen in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, again, based on your choices as the player. I hope to see you there on the next video, and as always, remember, keep retro gaming alive, because one day, your games will be retro too. Thank you so much for watching that video. Be sure to click that like button and stick around for more content like this right here.